time for story time for 1,000 Ways to Please a Husband from 1917. A cookbook that I bought. The Romance of Cookery and Housekeeping. Chapter 1. Well, first, there's a little poem for June. No one can live on kisses, though the honeymoon is sweet. Hearken, bride, a true word this is, ever lovers have to eat. Chapter 1, Home at Last. Home at last, sighed Bettina happily as the hot and dusty travelers left the train. Why the contented sigh? Asked Bob. Because your wedding trip is over? Well, anyhow, Bettina, it's after 5. Shall we have dinner at the hotel? Hotel? Why, Bob, with our house and our dishes and our silver just waiting for us? I'm ashamed of you. We'll have the first car for home, a streetcar, not a taxi. Our extravagant days are over, and the time has come to show you that Bettina knows how to keep house. You think that you love me now, Bobby? Just wait till you sit down to a real strawberry shortcake made by a real cook in a real home. Half an hour later, Bob was unlocking the door of a new brown bungalow. Isn't it a dear? Cried Bettina proudly. When we've had time to give it grass and shrubs and flowers and a vegetable garden, no place in town will equal it. And as for porch furniture, how I'd like to get at Mother's attic and transform some of her discarded things. Just now, I'd rather get at some of Mother's cooking, grinned Bob. Oh dear, I forgot. I'll have supper ready in 10 minutes. Do you remember my emergency shelf? Why, Bob, they must have known we were coming. Here's ice and milk and cream and butter and bread and rolls and even a grapefruit. They knew and didn't meet the train because they thought we would prefer to have our first meal alone. Wasn't that dear of them? And this will save you a trip to the corner grocery. Bettina fastened a trim percale bungalow apron over her traveling suit and swiftly and surely assembled the little meal. I like that apron, said Bob. It reminds me of the rainy day when we fixed the emergency shelf. That was fun. Yes, and work too, said Bettina. But I'm glad we did it. Do you remember how much I saved by getting things in dozen and half-dozen lots? And Mother showed me how much better it was to buy the larger sizes and bottled things, because in buying the smaller bottles, you spend most of your money for the glass. Now, that you have to pay my bills, Bob, you'll be glad that I know these things. I think you know a great deal, said Bob admiringly. Lots of girls can cook, but mighty few know how to be economical at the same time. It's great to be your... Dinner is served, Bettina interrupted. It's a pick-me-up meal, but I'm hungry, aren't you? And after this, sir, no more canned things. And Bob sat down to creamed spinach on toast strips, canned peas and butter sauce, rolls, butter, strawberry preserves, hot chocolate with marshmallows.